welcome or welcome back to the Cottagegoth library. I'm Lunacha, or Luna for short, and if you follow me you will know that in March I visited Ireland. I have a vlog, I'll link to the vlog down in the description box, and you also would know that I did a little bit of book shopping while I was in Ireland, and in today's video I thought I would show you the books that I bought. I bought a total of 6 books, and the great things about these 6 books are that they were actually all second-hand, and that's one of the things that I really love about Ireland. It's so easy to find second-hand books, and I got them from 2 shops. I got 2 books in Bookmart in Sligo, which is a super cute small secondhand bookshop. The staff are super friendly and it's absolutely one of my favorite bookshops in Ireland. The other books are from Chapters, which is sort of a regular bookshop. It doesn't just have secondhand books, but it does have a huge department with secondhand books. So I thought I would go through the books that I bought there, and starting with the 2 books from Bookmart in Sligo, which I got on 2 separate trips to the bookshops actually, because we visited twice. And the first one was a book I didn't even know existed. And it's not a new book, it was secondhand of course, and for those of you who don't know, I am into yoga, and I do yoga and meditation, and very fascinated by the whole thing. If that's the right thing to say, I'm not quite sure, but anyway. And there is one yogi that I quite admire, and she's one of the founders of Jivamukti. And I find Mukti super hard. It's quite a tough the asanas are quite tough, but they also promote veganism. One of the yogis there is Sharon Gannon, and this is a book from 2008, and it's called Yoga and Vegetarianism. And I am fascinated. I'm a bit surprised it doesn't talk about veganism, because I know that Sharon Gannon is a vegan, but I thought it would be an interesting read even so, because of what yoga and why vegetarianism is kind of important for yoga. You have like ahimsa, which means no harm. So a lot of people would like connect yoga and vegetarianism, and quite a few of us as well would say that yoga is also vegan. So I'm curious to see what this book is all about. And the second book I got in Bookmart was this one, which is Asana, Pranayama, Mudra, Bandha by Swami, Satyananda, Saraswati. So this is also a yoga related book. So it's a very recognized book, and I actually have been thinking of getting this for years now. But not only has it been super hard to find, especially here in Norway, but it's been quite expensive as well, and I managed to get this for 6 euros. So super pleased about that, and I'm thrilled, and I think it will be very interesting to look at. It's like a classic. It does have like a lot of asanas and stuff. Quite classic, and it'll be really interesting to see what it's like. So that's that yoga book. The other 4 books are not yoga books, but I did pick up one I had been recommended from from the slow living community, I guess. And these are like, no, the books I'm going to go into now are the ones from chapters. And this one is Wintering by Katherine May. The Power of Rest and Retreat in Difficult Times. And if you know me, if you followed me for a while, you'll know that winter is not my favorite time of year. I find winter to be dark and cold, and it really affects me, like not just my mood but also my body. So I think this will be a super interesting read for kind of dealing with winter and maybe other tough times in life. So it's supposed to be a really well-written book, so I'm really interested in this book, and I'm excited to read this as well. And then I got a couple of like easier reads, romance. The first one is The Year of Lost and Found, Ordinary People, Extraordinary Secrets by Felicity Hayes-McCoy. And I've read books by this author previously, or not books. I've read one book, a Christmas book, and the author lives in Ireland, so I think that's kind of interesting, and it's probably set in Ireland if I'm not mistaken. I don't really remember why I actually picked this, but I'm going to look at the back of the book and see if that can have a little bit of a giveaway. And it says it's business as usual in the sleepy town of Lisbech on the west of Ireland's Finferrin Peninsula. But as local librarian Hannah Casey gathers material for an exhibition on Ireland's struggles for independence, secrets revealed in her great-aunt's diary expose the family history of love, dishonor, and revenge. So there's a librarian there. I think that's the giveaway why I picked this up. And I don't really read a lot on the back. I probably read just the first stuff and then saw librarian, and I thought I want to read that book. And then I picked up a Christmas romance by Emma Hannigan, Driving Home for Christmas. And this says, Christmas as Huntbrook House is a family tradition. Log fires, country walks, and evenings in the pub. That sounds so wholesome to me. This year, the three group of grown-up Craig children can't wait to get home for the holidays. Pippa to escape her partying lifestyle and mountain depths in Dublin. Joey for a break from his demanding girlfriend, and Lainey to forget about her ex and his engagement to another woman. So I think it's probably like a more or less classic romance, and it's set like at Christmas time, and it's in Ireland, and I thought that would be like something nice to read in December, because December will be there eventually, and during December, knowing myself, I would crave for romance books. And the last book that I bought in Ireland was for my Jane Austen collection. I've been collecting Jane Austen books for years. I have a video on my Jane Austen collection. It's a couple of years old, I think, but even so, it was how my collection of Jane Austen book was at the moment, and I want to kind of acquire more Jane Austen books for my Jane Austen book collection. I mean, Jane Austen books make me happy, and my collection also makes me happy. Just looking at them make me happy. So I bought this edition of Northanger Abbey, which is one of my favorite Jane Austen books. It's a whimsical and funny and story, and it's a satire on the goth, not the goth, but the gothic stories of the time, and it is fun to read, and it's a light. And sometimes I would say that it's for beginners of reading Jane Austen, it wouldn't be a bad read, to be honest with you. If you want to like read classics and don't know really where to start, it can be a start because it's a whimsical and funny story rather than a heavy themed book like Persuasion or Mansfield Park. This is not as heavy as those, that's for sure. So this was, I'm very happy, and it's also like a really pretty edition, I think. So it wasn't the cheapest of books, and I think it's from like, let's see if I can see the year of this book. Oh yeah, so it's 2021. This edition is from 2021, so it's not an old edition, but it's still a pretty edition, and I don't really mind that they're newer editions, so I have both new and old editions to my Jane Austen collection, and it's all fine. So that's what I bought as books in Ireland. Do you know any of these books? Have you read any of them? Let me know in the comments. And if you managed to get this far into the video, leave a little airplane emoji in the comments so that I know that you've come all the way to the end. That would be kind of cool. And I will see you in my next video, whenever that will be. Bye!